Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions playthrough. We've got a playthrough here with Ironheart versus Red Skull. So let's just get into it. Let me get the dice here for her health. So we've got Riri Williams as Ironheart, 3 recovery. So this is stage 1, so it'll upgrade as time goes on. We're going to begin the game with this card and set the other identities aside. Child Prodigy says spend a science resource to place 1 progress counter on Riri, limit once per round. We're going to flip. The first Ironheart version is 1, 2, 3, level up. It says action, remove 6 progress counters from Ironheart, ready her, and swap her into version 2 Ironheart. So we're going to be trying to upgrade our suit. Alright, so Red Skull, we've got here, he is 2-0, but he gets +1 attack for each side scheme in play, so we got to keep that in mind here. We're going to be looking at his main scheme here, the Rise of Red Skull. We are using Hydra Assault and Hydra Patrol. And then setup is put the Red House into play, shuffle each other side scheme into a side scheme deck next to the encounter deck right here. Set the Sleeper aside, which we've done. And then Rise the Red Skull, it says after resolving step 1 in the villain phase, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play. So we're going to be putting a side scheme into play every turn. When it hits 8, it'll move up. We're using standard 3. And then we've got the Red House. He cannot take damage, and then interrupt when a character thwarts the side scheme. They can use their attack to thwart instead. We are using Justice, so that should make things fairly easy for us in dealing with that. So let's just hop into it. So let's go ahead and draw up 6 hand sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take a look at what we have. All right. So go for champions. I don't really want that yet. It's a little early in the game, so I'm probably gonna get rid of that. Snow Guard's low expensive. Photon Blasters is really great, especially with this. Multitasking and maybe Skilled Investigator. I think we'll keep this and we'll get rid of everything else. I think this is a really good startup here. Oh, but Moon Girl. Moon Girl. Alright. So we want to start getting the progress counters off. I like Flyover for that. But I want to get Photon Blasters out to just start pinging damage. Skilled Investigator. We'll play Skilled Investigator. So after a side scheme is defeated, exhaust Skilled Investigator to draw a card. So that's pretty straightforward. We're going to discard Moon Girl to give ourselves a progress counter. We're going to flip. We're going to discard Genius for Photon Blasters. Get +2 hit points and then exhaust Photon Blasters to deal damage to an enemy equal to the Ironheart's version number. So we're 2 hit points. I guess we can thwart. Flyover would have probably been better, but it's fine. We're gonna thwart, but we're gonna use our attack because Red House lets us do that, so we'll remove that. And we're gonna end our turn. I'm gonna keep Flyover. I'm gonna discard New and Improved. And our hand size is only 4 on this stage, so we're going to ready up. We're going to throw it to the main scheme. Another scheme's going to come out, and it's going to be Hydra Patrol. When defeated, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion, put it into play, and shuffle the deck. Okay. So he's going to have 2 attack now. He's going to hit us for 2. We're going to take the hit. 3, 4. So we're down to 8 health. And then we're going to flip an encounter card. Infinite Power. Give Red Skull tough status. Red Skull attacks you. Great. Okay. He's going to attack for 2. Give the villain another status card and another boost card. So 2. Put a counter on result. Okay. So he's going to hit us for 2. We're down at 6. We took way more damage than I was planning to, but that's fine. All right. Okay. So, let's go ahead and discard Photon Beam for clear the area, so we can remove 2 threat from a scheme. If this resolves the last threat on a scheme, draw a card. We're going to move 2 threat from a scheme, so this is gone. Is that what I want to do? We'll do this one instead. So they're going to go in their own discard pile too. We get to draw a card, and then that's going to bring out a minion. Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion. We're going to get Hydra regular. And we are putting it into play so the insight won't affect us. And then, yes, I did Skilled Investigator. Oh, and I get to draw a card for Skilled Investigator. So it's 2 cards. All right. All right. Okay. So, I'm going to use... oh, what do I want to do? The propulsion jet is nice, but I also want to get Ronnie Williams out just so I can heal a little bit more and get maybe the counter out in the next turn. But propulsion jet's really nice, so we might have to wait on that. So I think what we're going to do, I want to deal with this, but I also want to deal with this. We're going to fight the Hydra regular and just deal with that. No, hold on. We're going to thwart this threat, or this scheme. We're going to use propulsion blasters to knock the tough off. No. I'm gonna undo. I'm undoing it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna discard AI Tony Stark and Flyover for propulsion jets. It's gonna give us 2 more HP, and then exhaust propulsion jets to remove threat from a scheme equal to the Ironheart's version number. We're gonna exhaust to get rid of this. We're gonna use this to ping that off, and we're gonna attack and deal with this. Take him out. We're gonna flip down. And we're going to wait. I'm going to hold on to Ronnie Williams. We're going to drop to 6. Okay. So threat's going to be added. Let's add another scheme. Oh no, the Sleeper awakens. This scheme cannot leave play while the Sleeper's in play. When revealed, put the Sleeper into play, engage with the first player. When the Sleeper is defeated, remove this card from the game. So the Sleeper comes in. 5 health per player. Has guard, retaliate, and tough. The first player, So basically, the Sleeper engages the first player, and then when defeated, remove it from the game. So he's going to come in with tough. So hopefully we can just kind of take him out next turn. Red Skull's going to scheme for 2. Attach this to Red Skull. It's going to be Red Skull's Luger. He gets piercing and ranged. Ugh. And we can spend 1 of each resource to discard this. So he's going to scheme for 3. He'll scheme for 1, so it's going to be 4 total. We're going to flip over an encounter card. Dark Designs, place 1 pursuit counter, and then if it has any counters on the villain schemes. Okay. We're going to place a pursuit counter. He's going to scheme for 3, 4. It's going to pop this. So it says New World Hydra. When revealed, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play, and then this side's going to start with 1 up to 11. After resolving the first step of the villain phase, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play. So same thing, it's just now we're kind of on a clock. We have Censor the Past. When defeated, choose up to 3 cards from your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got a lot to address. All right, we have a lot to address here. Okay, so it's our go. Oh dear, what do we want to do? We're going to discard Science or Strength for Ingenuity because we're a genius. Ingenuity says generate a blue resource. We're going to spend our blue resource to give ourselves a progress counter. Deal 4 damage to an enemy and place 1 progress counter on Ironheart. 2 instead if it defeats the enemy. Okay, we might be able to get rid of the Sleeper. But I'm going to have to discard 2 cards. I wanted to get Ronnie Williams out, but I don't know how we're going to be able to do this. So kind of the thing here, I'm thinking, maybe we don't give ourselves a progress counter and use that for a resource. We will spend this for Ronnie Williams. I think that's the way to go. So Ronnie, I didn't give myself the 2 health for propulsion jets. So Ronnie Williams, exhaust Ronnie Williams to choose either heal 2 from Ironheart or place 1 progress counter on Riri. We're going to heal we're going to heal Riri to 10. Because I think what I want to do is do Photon Beam. So let's flip over. Let's use this to deal damage to an enemy equal to that. So I'm going to ping that off. It deals damage. It's not an attack. We are then going to attack for 2. We're going to take a damage for retaliate. We're going to do Photon Beam by discarding these 2 cards. Photon Beam says deal 4 damage to an enemy, place 1 progress counter on Ironheart, 2 instead if it defeats that enemy. So it's going to do 4 damage. The retaliate's not going to hit us, but it will defeat the enemy. So we're going to be able to place 2 progress counters on. And then this just removes this from the game, so it's not defeated. The side scheme is not defeated because it just removed it from the game. We'll do this to get rid of this. And I think that's it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna add 2 threat to the main scheme. We're gonna flip over this. This is gonna be Mass Chaos. When revealed, each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck and puts 1 threat on here for each resource icon that was discarded. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We had science and physical, so 2 gets put on there. He's going to attack for 3 total. We're going to defend it. I think we're going to defend it. So 3, 4, 5. So we're going to take 2 damage. Then we're going to play a card from here. Master Strategist. It says when Red Skull activates against him, give him an additional boost card for each side scheme in play. Then discard this card. Max once per activation. Ugh. Okay. We got a lot to deal with here. So first off, let's go ahead and do Ingenuity for clear the area. We're going to remove 2 threat from the scheme. It's the last 2 threats, so we'll get to draw a card. We're going to exhaust Skilled Investigator to draw another card. Let's use this to remove that threat. Is that what I want to do? After Vivian enters play, choose an attachment, non-elite minion, or non-permanent side scheme until the end of the round. Treat its text box as if it's blank. If I can get Vivian in, I can get rid of that. He gets ranged and piercing. Okay, tough's not going to work. We can do 4 damage, but it won't defeat him, so it's going to give us only 1 progress counter. Sense of Justice might be nice to give us the science resource for thwart events. We have Stroke of Genius. After you spend this, place a progress counter on your identity and draw a card. But I don't know what to spend it on. And I'm gonna want to. I think I'm gonna flip down. But he's gonna get a lot of threat on there. But if we get Vivian in, we could. I think that's what I want to do. So let's use Stroke of Genius and Brawn for Vivian. So after Vivian enters play, choose an attachment, non-elite minion, or non-permanent side scheme. Until the end of the round, treat the card's printed text box as for blank, except for traits. She comes in. We're going to draw a card and place a progress counter because we use Stroke of Genius. After you spend this, place a progress counter and draw a card. Oh, assess the situation. Nice. Okay. Now the question is, what do we want to treat as blank? Side scheme, attachment. I guess I can treat this attachment if it were blank, and then he wouldn't get the +1 on the scheme. That might be useful. So he'll get +1 for this one because we'll get rid of this with her. Let's use Photon Blasters to hit him for 1. We're going to use her to thwart this away. She's defeated because of the consequential. But this is treated as blank. And then we're going to spend these last 2 here for Sense of Justice. Exhaust Sense of Justice to generate our science resource for a thwart event. We're going to flip down. We are going to place a progress counter on Ironheart. And we're going to end our turn. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're going to add threat to the main scheme. This text box is blank, but we're going to flip this over. It's going to be prison camps. When defeated, the player who defeated this searches their deck and discard pile for an ally and puts it into play, shuffle their deck. Oh, that might be nice. He's going to scheme for 2, 3 because of this. 4, 5. Ooh. 1, 3, 5. This gets discarded. And then we're going to flip this over. Hydra Exo Soldier. He comes in with tough. Okay. Oh, it's unexhaust there. Okay. So, our go now. Let's use this to heal 2. Let's discard Assess the Situation. No, do I want to do that? I can get my progress counter with Stroke of Genius and do Clear the Area. No, we'll discard one way or another to give ourselves the progress counter. Let's flip to Ironheart. We'll use Photon Blasters to ping the tough. We're going to do level up. We're going to remove 6 progress counters. Oh, hold on. I can ready her. So let me do something first. Let's thwart 1 off of this. Okay, this is going to be awesome. We're going to spend Stroke of Genius for Clear the Area. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're going to spend Stroke of Genius for Clear the Area. We're going to move 2 threat from this. When this is defeated, the player defeated this can search the deck and discard part for an ally and put it into play. Oh, come on. Give me Braun. We're going to bring Braun in. He's 2/3. It says when Braun is exhausted, he gains regains resource. Generate a science resource limit once per phase. We're going to bring him in. We're going to get to draw a card because we cleared that. We're going to get to draw a card because Skilled Investigator. We're going to get to draw a card because Stroke of Genius. She gets another progress counter. Now we're going to do level up. So remove 6 progress counters from her to ready her and swap her to version 2. So she gets readied, and we have version 2 here. So version 2 comes in as a 2/2/3, same ability, but has a 5 hand size. So this comes in. Oh, she's readied up. That's right. Okay. Okay, we're gonna really turn this situation around. Then we are going to activate Propulsion Jets to remove 2 threat from a scheme because now we're level 2. Okay, so this is Sector Scan. Reduce the cost to play Sector Scan by X until the end of the turn. Look at the top card of the encounter deck at any time. All these cards aren't going to really do me a whole lot due to the fact that that's fine. So we're going to actually do as a hero action, we're going to discard Sector Scheme or Sector Scan one way or another, and the Power of All of Us to get rid of this. So that's gone. We're going to play Assess the Situation, so increase your hand size until the end of the round, so we're going to get an extra card. And then, we do have these 2. Let's use Ironheart and Braun to take out the Hydra Soldier, so he's gone. We're going to take Consequential on Braun. And then we're going to just end our turn. So we're going to keep the cards in our hand. We're going to unexhaust everything. We're going to draw 1. We get an encounter card here. Oh, and there's Champion's Bowl Bunker. All right. I think we're like really set up now to start doing a lot of stuff. And again, we get to draw 6 cards, or draw up to 6 cards because of Assess the Situation. Alright, so we're going to add threat to the main scheme. We've got some time to sit there and try to assess this here. So Hydra Reinforcements. When defeated, the player who defeated this discards a non-elite minion. It's going to give us an additional counter card, which is going to be a bummer, but that's fine. He's going to hit for 1. We're going to just take the hit, so 1. That's it. Give the villain a boost. 1. Exhaust a character you control. We're going to exhaust Braun, but we're going to just take 1 damage, and he gets a tough. Encounter card, encounter card, encounter card. So first encounter card, Bitter Rival. When revealed, exhaust a character you control for each side scheme in play. That gets exhausted. Number 2 is going to be Hydra Flamethrower. After Hydra Flamethrower makes an undefended attack against you, discard a support you control. We're going to get rid of him. That's not going to be a problem. And then finally, another one of those. Okay. All right. So we do get a science resource because he's exhausted. So we need to keep that in mind here. Let's spend the Power of All of Us for Champion's Mobile Bunker. It says exhaust Champion's Mobile Bunker. Choose an identity with Champion's trait. The player who controls that identity may draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards from their hand. So we're going to choose ourselves. We're going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards from our hand. We're going to discard one way or another. And I want Photon Blast to get rid of the Hydra Soldier. And I want Clear the Area to get rid of the reinforcements. So I guess multitasking. We're going to exhaust this. Hold on. We're going to exhaust Ingenuity. No. We're going to use the resource from that to do Clear the Area. It's going to remove these from here. Defeat a non-elite minion. We're going to get to draw a card because of this. We're going to get to draw a card because of this. We are then going to use this to get rid of that. We're going to use this to do 2 damage to him. Oh, it's going to ping that off. We are going to do energy for Photon Blast. We're going to do 4 damage to him. It's going to give us 2 progress counters because it defeated an enemy. We are then going to do Ingenuity and Sense of Justice for Flyover. Remove 3 threat from a scheme and place 1 progress counter on Ironheart. So 3 threat gets removed. We place a progress counter on her. And then we're going to do Assess the Situation so we can draw an extra card, and we're going to end our go. So we're going to keep New and Improved, and we're going to draw up. Boom. All right. Cool. So we're going to add Threat to the Scheme. We're going to shuffle this side scheme deck and bring in another side scheme. Red House again, so he's not going to take any damage. And then he's going to hit us for 1. We're going to take it. 1, 2. Down to 6. Encounter card. Hydra regular. Add 1 threat to the main scheme. Because of Insight. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So we've got New and Improved, which is choose X. Okay, so New and Improved is interesting. Choose X options based on your version number. So we're going to be 2. Search your deck for an Ironheart card and put it into your hand. Give yourself a tough status or ready Ironheart. We have multitasking, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you paid with a science resource, move 2 threat from another scheme. So let's use Sense of Justice for multitasking. We're going to 2 from here. If we paid for a science, use 2 from here. That's gone. Let us do Champion's Mobile Bunker. We're going to draw up to 2. I'm going to discard Team Building because at this point I've built out so much, and go for Champions. I don't think I need that quite yet. Let's use... We'll discard... Let's see. We can use this to take him out for 2, so he's gone. We'll use that to hit him for 2. We're going to thwart the 2 off a Red House. Oh, no, hold on. I got to do that first. Let me undo that. We'll thwart 2 off a Red House. We'll exhaust this to draw a card. Then we'll use this to hit him for 2. There we go. Let's exhaust Ingenuity. Stroke of Genius in one way or another for New and Improved. We're going to draw a card and add a progress counter. But we're going to give Ironheart a Tough. And we're going to ready her. And then we're going to give ourselves a progress for Stroke of Genius and draw a card. Then let's discard these 3 for Moon Girl. So Moon Girl comes in. After you play Moon Girl, from your hand, draw a card for each science resource you used. We use 3 for Assess Situation, New and Improved, and Vivian. So we're going to draw 3 cards. We're going to use Stroke of Genius again for Clear the Area. We'll remove 2 from this. We get to draw a card and add a progress counter, and then draw a card because we could the last threat. Boom, boom. We have 6. Okay. Let's attack Red Skull for 2. Then we're going to take the 6 progress counters off and upgrade to Ironheart level 3, and this will ready her. Yeah, swap for her. Oh, actually, give her a tough status card. Swap her for version 3. That's fine. So we're not actually getting readied, right? Yeah, ready her, give her a tough status, and swap her for version 3. So we are ready. So this is a 3/2/3. Remove 1 progress counter from here to deal 2 damage to an enemy. So we do have the tough already, but she's readied again. We'll spend Genius for Wasp. So Wasp comes in, play only if you're a champion trait. When Wasp ignores the guard, status, patrol, and crisis icon. All right, now we're kind of ready to rock and roll here. So we're going to hit for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's just gone. So 2 consequential, 1 consequential. He's defeated because that's 7. Red Skull 2 comes in. He gets +1 attack, and then when revealed, deal everybody an encounter card. So he comes in with 16 health. We're getting an encounter card, and then we're going to have Wasp do 1 more damage to him, putting him down to 15. We're going to add consequential there. We do have Snow Guard. I think what I'm going to do now is flip down and use Ronnie to heal 2, put us at 8, and we're going to discard Snow Guard and end our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now the version 3 is going to be 6 card draw 2, so we get 6 no matter what. All right, I think we're about to wrap this up. So we're going to threat to the main scheme. We're going to bring in another side scheme here, Mass Chaos. So we're going to discard 5 cards. We only have 3 to discard. But it's going to give him 3 threat on that. We're going to take in another encounter card because we were decked. He's in a scheme for 3, sorry. He's in a scheme for 3. Four, 5, 6. And then we have another encounter card here. So encounter card number 1. Nowhere is safe. Place 1 pursuit counter on Pursued by the Past. If it has any counters, discard an upgrade or support you control. We're going to discard... We'll discard Sense of Justice. Minor Setback. Remove 1 progress counter from your identity, then discard this card. If no progress counter is removed, deal yourself in a face-down encounter card, then shuffle this back into the encounter deck. We have no progress counters to remove, so we're going to shuffle this back into the encounter deck. Give ourselves another encounter card. Hydra Flame Soldier. Hail Hydra. When revealed, each Hydra minion engaged with the hero attacks against them. Each player who was not attacked searches the encounter deck and discard ball for a Hydra minion, puts it into play, engage with them, and shuffles the encounter deck if it was searched. I'm going to search the discard pile. We're going to get another one of those. And it's put in play, so Incite will not activate. Okay. So, while we're at it, let's give ourselves a progress counter. Let's generate this resource to give ourselves another progress counter. For Ingenuity, we're going to flip. Let's use Wasp to get rid of this. She knocks herself out. Let's exhaust. Let's discard Tony Stark AI for clear the area. We'll remove this here. We'll get to draw a card, and then we'll use Skilled Investigator to draw another card, which are just all my... I have all my doubles. We will use Moon Girl to take this out. We will use... Let's see, what do we have here? Let's use Genius for Photon Beam to do 4 damage to him. Since we defeated him, we get 2 more progress counters. Let's use Champion's Mobile Bunker. We'll draw 2 and discard that and that. We'll use Energy for Photon Beam to deal 4 damage to Red Skull. He's down to 11. We're going to give ourselves a progress counter. We're going to use this to do 3 damage to him. He's down to 8. We're going to use this to remove 3 threat from here. There's 4 left. We're going to use Brawn to hit for 5, or hit for 3, so he's down to 5. Brawn's knocked out. And then, as a hero action, remove 1 progress counter, deal 2 damage to an enemy. From Ironheart, deal 2 damage to an enemy. There isn't a limit, so we can remove those 5 to do 10 damage. Swing for 2 more. Red Skull's gone. So, that's it! Man, Ironheart is so fun. Ironheart is so great. Yeah, that's Ironheart's awesome. So that's going to be it. This was kind of a nice setup just because it was justice and we could just get rid of the side schemes. Was a little nervous at the beginning, but the sleeper came out a little early. That's the kind of the one that I worry about, is the sleeper coming out and like just not being prepared for it, but we managed to deal with it. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.